Hello! I'm Captain Gamer, and let's play Final Fantasy VII, the Command Materia Challenge. Last time we went on quite the rush for Ultimate Weapons and Ultima Weapon. We have completed our collections of Ultimate Weapons, and I said we were going to head out here. However, there is one thing I want to get through, and that is collecting the last of the limit breaks. And by limit breaks, I mean enemy skills. Oh, this terminology. But yes, we have, but I believe 5 enemy skills left to get. And those are actually only obtainable in Northern Crater, the final dungeon of the game. So I'm going to do a little bit of preparation work, and I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do, but I'm not actually going to go into the Northern Crater. I'm just going to cut around until I actually reach the enemies of interest. And once I go into the Northern Crater for the final episode, then we will see everything that this lovely dungeon has to offer. Until then, I am just going to see you later. Alright, so for our excursion into the Northern Crater, we are rolling Yuffie and Cait Sith. Yuffie for her ability to morph, and Cait Sith because he can take a hit. Oh dear, what am I gonna do to the poor cat? We shall see! Down there. Okay, we've got this big guy, the Dark Dragon. Let us manipulate him, so we get access to his amazing abilities, and then end up failing to manipulate him. Wow, watch your Mako eyes. So, will Yuffie be able to manipulate this big puppy? No, she won't. This guy just doesn't want to be manipulated. You see, if you miss when you try manipulating, that means it's possible to manipulate, but you just didn't do it that one time. But if you don't get a miss when you manipulate things, then that means AS Plane can't be manipulated. So, we are going to use Laser against Cait Sith, and he's going to get major ouchies. Laser was an enemy skill, the only enemy skill missing from our 3rd enemy skill materia. We needed it to round out our enemy skill repertoire, and Dragon Force. Dragon Force is, I believe it's an enemy skill that increases your stats or something. I will check that out later. But for now, that's how you obtain Laser and Dragon Force. On to the next thing. Now we have encountered these parasite enemies called parasites. So Cloud, use your Ultima Weapon. Ha ha ha. Mind you, that was a back attack, so yeah, I'm gonna show you the real power of Ultima Weapon later. Anyways, taking down their numbers, and then we throw a little bit of Manipulate on there. After we manipulated the Parasite B, heal up, Cait Sith, we use level 5 Death. Make sure that none of your allies are a level multiple of 5. And there you go, level 5 Death has been learned. Finish off the fight. And hey, next! Okay, so we are now on this screen, where you meet up with all of your friends, and you're going to be deciding which way to go, left or right. And I'm just going to spoil it for you by saying, have your party go right, and have everybody else go left, because I don't think you're in the business of having people in your party just die out and needing to be replaced. Okay, we are up against the Dragon Zombie. Get your manipulation down on him very quickly. Or just keep yourself alive, because as you can see, he can deal out the damage, and we cannot manipulate him. Oh dear. However, you are going to want to get the Dragon Zombie to use Pandora's Box. So let us get a sense for him. See how much HP he has. Since we cannot quickly manipulate him, he has level 54, he has 13,000 HP. He's weak against holy power. So just make sure you are careful with how you try finishing this dude off. I mean, I would try morphing him, but, you know, you can't do all of the damage possible to him all at once. So yes, we are waiting on the Pandora's Box enemy skill. Let's just go ahead and skip right there. And here we go. The Pandora's Box actually is the last attack that the Dragon Zombie does after you destroy him. So, when you destroy the Dragon Zombie, you're just assured to have Pandora's Box cast against you. I am not entirely sure what the deal is with Pandora's Box, but as you can see, it deals a good amount of damage. And yes, you're gonna come down to this area. Don't jump. I'm not sure if this is the point of no return, but I can definitely say that everything you need is gonna stay up on this spire. The next enemy of interest is this guy, who is called the Death Dealer. You will want to manipulate him if you can. And here's kind of the painful part. Have him use roulette. And if you're lucky, roulette will land on your character with the enemy skills. If you're not lucky, it will land on the Death Dealer. He'll cast it on himself, and he will kill himself. Next. Oh, hey, there's a Marlboro down here. Oh dear. How nice slash your face. And while we're at it, we are going to manipulate Pollen Salta. Pollen Salta is this sultry-looking enemy over here who has her back to us. We're going to use the Angel Whisper enemy skill on Kate Sith, which is going to make getting roulette much easier. Angel Whisper quite literally is an enemy skill version of Revive, and you can't exactly use Fire 3 against Pollen Salta, so we're going to be back if and when I get roulette. Hey! Welcome to Team Dead, Kate Sith. Alright, Cloud, use your W item. Don't use your W item, just use Phoenix Down. And that should be it! That should be every possible enemy skill obtainable in a Command Materia challenge without any use of any other color of materia. Let's celebrate by trying to morph this guy. Aw. Oh, what? That camera angle isn't very good on you, bro. Oh, that's about as fitting as an ending can be. Okay, see you on the surface. Just for all of our eyes to enjoy. Enemy skill? Look at that. That is beautiful. And that is on all 3 enemy skills also. And that's where Chocobuckle would be, if I could get it! Okay, as I said, see you on the surface. So, as you can see, it is possible to claw your way back up the northern crater. Between all of the ledges you can climb up and the tunnels. If you want to get out of the northern crater, you actually have to go through this way. You'll pop out of there, and then you will climb your way up here. And just a hop, skip, and a jump back to the High Wind. It's that simple. Also, I know I said I was going to morph something. A very special item But, well, it was implied that I was going to morph something. But I was just so happy about getting all the limit breaks, enemy skills, my goodness, that I decided to just go ahead with it, and if I need the third ribbon, I'll do it on my own time and make a note of it or something. The way you get the third ribbon is you have to find the Master Tonberry. I believe we're about to heal up. You have to find the Master Tonberry in that area with the spire, and then morph it into a ribbon, which is a difficult thing to do, or at least a difficult thing to coordinate without accidentally killing the thing. Because we all know what Tonberries are like. Doink! Dead. But anyways, we are now past the enemy skills, and we can move on to something else, like what I actually said we'd do. Let's go, full-fledged pilot. We are going back near Cosmo Canyon, and actually heading into the ancient forest-like area. Who knows what it's actually called? Ah yes, and I was told multiple times that I could do this. And I can! Do-ho-ho. Whew. That is quite the landmass-changing crater. Look at this thing. Ultimate weapon. Sure didn't go without a bang. I can tell you that much. But our interests lie... Well, let's see if there are any special areas. Oh, probably not. This is still the Cosmo area. Let's see if there are any special encounters, if any. Hup-dee-dup-dee-doo. Okay, board. We are now in the ancient forest, and this place is based on a bunch of crazy puzzles. Like, look at this. You can release insects and frogs by pushing the OK button. The reaction of insects and frogs differ depending on where you release them, so try many different places. Pushing the square button to give up. Please push the square button to give up. You will be returned to the entrance. Awesome. So, yes, I just collected a fly, and then I released it. So, yeah, this is a dungeon based all around this mechanic of using flies and frogs to pacify the certain carnivorous plants around here, like this guy. You can just tell, if I try to go for that item, it's not going to end up well, so I release the fly, and that doesn't really do anything. So let us go back here. Uh-oh. What sort of things we have to fight in the ancient forest? Peacock things! These are Epionis. And they have something to steal. I just wish I didn't have all this mugging going on for me. Oh, I stole a wizard bracelet. The wizard bracelet is... Not even I know. The wizard bracelet is a piece of armor. Compared to the crystal bangle, which is standard, the wizard bracelet offers very little defense, tons of magic defense. So, well, look at how little defense it is. That's like beginning of the game tier. Ooh, that is quite a trade-off. You better know what you're doing. So let's release a fly and pick up a frog. Yes, we picked up an entire frog. So we're going to pick up the frog, we're going to release it here, and I have no idea. I think this only takes effect, let me see here. Right. I know what I'm doing. We are now up against a Diablo. Ouch. And I had nothing to steal anyway, so no love lost. Yep, I pretty much have no idea what I'm doing. I I think I did this a long time ago, and then it just completely fell out of my head. Like, for instance, I have to get past these pitcher plants, but I can imagine that jumping onto a pitcher plant won't end up very well. So let us leave this frog here, and take these delicious flies for the pitcher plants to nom on while I walk on top of their mouths. Oh snap. I did not mean to do that. Release the fly there. Uh-oh. So, run, 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 run. Get the last fly. And as you can see, I could hop across the pitcher plants when their mouths are closed, but when they're open, I can't do that. So now that I've completely failed and the fly has been digested, press the square button to go back. Yeehaw! Yep, so you actually get the notice every single time you restart this first area. That is helpful. So, instead of just carelessly tossing the flies away, we are going... Are those even flies? The way they're hopping up and down makes them look more like crickets. And they're probably just really hard to see on your screen, aren't they? So, flick the insect in here. Flick the insect in there. Get into a battle. With some weeds. Rilfsack. I just love the completely nonsensical names they give some of these things. The level 40, 2000 HP. Although some of those nonsensical names just end up being translation. They don't have anything to steal, so let's just go ahead, take them out, and be on our way. And it seems like they are those really agile types of enemies that require you to use magic or something similar against. And I just realized I have completely forgotten to spread out the enemy skills to my people, so I'll have to do that after this fight. Why did I use Master Magic? Somebody tell me why I used Master Magic. Tactical Nuke? Tactical Nuke. It's funny how I thought I would be breaking every single fight with that, but then I ended up just having so much attack power that it didn't really matter. Yeehaw. Right, enemy skill. Awesome. Get the last bug, hop across the pitcher plants, and we are on the other side. So this snapper plant actually responds to running. So just walk over there, grab the item, walk off. Don't be a hero. Now we grab the frog. We should try releasing it here. Or not. However that works. We get the spring gun clip and that other weapon. Let's see, the spring gun clip is a weapon for Nanagame, and the Super Shot ST is a weapon for Vincent. Next puzzle. I believe the frogs were existed in that last area to give you an impression of what happens if you put a frog into a pitcher plant, because you can put those in there. This guy looks like he's gonna clam up no matter what. So let us see if we can do anything with this thing over here. Alright, so we don't want to let go of the bug. But we do have the option to jump on this plant. And it turns out that these guys are not like Half-Life barnacles, and they're actually friendly. Awesome. Looks like this isn't a tunnel, and we can discharge the fly there, and we can jump across the other guy. Yeah! Okay, so we got the frog here. Let us grab the frog, and there's an item in the foreground there. So, we have 2 pitcher plants here. Let us take the frog, and just wait here, because waiting is cool. And it's just funny. Let's see if the pitcher plant is actually able to eat and digest a frog. Can it? Oh, no, it can't. But what is this? We're going to pick this up and come down here. Let's see if this guy likes this thing. Oh, no, he does not. We can grab off the slash all materia. The slash all materia is a command materia! And it is a peculiar command materia at that. Because what slash all does is it allows you to attack every single enemy on screen at one time. That sounds awesome, but look at the second ability, Flash. Once you upgrade the slash all material to level 2, it earns the Flash ability. Flash is an all-or-nothing attack that attacks every single enemy for an attempt at a one-hit kill. It doesn't even do damage if it fails. So you can imagine, against bosses and enemies that can't be one-hit killed, that's not very helpful. So you could say that you want to keep your slash all materia on a 0 growth slot, so it doesn't gain any AP. But if you want it to gain AP, then you can go ahead and do things with it. And since Kate Sith is at a lack of materia, we shall give the slash all to him, and maybe we can see what its deal is. We're going to grab Froggy number 2 and put it into this pitcher plant. Hop on, and I think you can already tell where I'm going with this. Don't have a tummy ache there, pitcher plant. Gulp, 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 gulp. Whoopsie. And I was taken to the other side there. Here is slash all in action. As you saw, Kate Sith launched an attack against all of the enemies using his regular attack strength. Ho, ho, hi-ya! But unfortunately, we picked a poor choice of enemy to try this out on. I suppose another day, another set of enemies would be better. And then I got snapped up by the plant. Ow. And that didn't even seem to do any real damage. The only real downside was that I didn't get to move ahead. Right, I am not meant to get that thing right now. Awesome. So I can see there's one insect, but 2 pitcher plants. Therefore, there should be another bug here. Yes, there is another bug here. And I don't know what the deal is with that tree quite yet. But let us grab this insect, feed this pitcher plant, om nom nom. Grab the other insect, flick it in there, and we are propelled up here! Woohoo! We're up in the canopy, and now we can run down here. Up, we jumped down there, and we got the Minerva Band. That is the weapon, that is the armor that only female characters can wear. Back up in the canopy, we have more areas to explore. Like up here, what sorts of magic awaits us? Whee! Oh man, we are chaining these things together, just like in Metroid. Oh, I saw something. And we've got the Typhoon Materia. The Typhoon Materia is a summon materia. And what it does is it summons Typhoon. Typhoon is a wind elemental summon, similar to Choco-Mog. And because it's this late in the game, you can bet that it's probably quite powerful. Especially with a equip effect of minus 10 HP. Phew! Boy, it's been quite a few episodes since we've said farewell to Typhoon. So, farewell, Typhoon. You are not needed here, and just while you're in the live stream, say hi to us when we go back to the northern crater. Bye-bye. Alright. We're gonna slingshot our way past these things again, if I can get at the right angle. This is awesome! Right. So, there should be another way out through here. So that's how you want to play, huh? Die. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, I think I've got it. Yeah, that is so unapparent from the way the camera angle is and all that stuff. Okay, continuing onward, we have things and stuff here. We got insects. Pick up pitcher plants to throw those things into. And all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. We can now jump up here. Apparently this is a beehive, so we're going to disrupt the Venus flytrap by putting that there. That is very funny. And we are going to use a fly here. Then we are going to use a fly in here, and somehow it will summon a frog. So let us grab the frog really quickly before we lose the... Yes! That was skill right there. That was skill. Grab the frog over here, and... wait a little bit, because we've been taking this too fast. I can't even say that with a straight face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Pop! Hello there. We are now in a cave of some sort. Some sort of cave. It is a very moist cave. A moist cave full of moisture. We got an elixir. I certainly hope that all this effort wasn't worth entirely an elixir. What is that? We now have Apocalypse. Apocalypse now. It is a weapon for Cloud. The weapon for Cloud, which only has 3 materia slots, but gives triple growth. Slap the double cut materia on there, and you got something good. We will figure out how that works on my own time. In the meanwhile, I just mastered a steel materia, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that out. And all is good. I believe that marks the end of this dungeon-type place. Let's see. Yes! We even spat out on the other side of the forest. We have gotten all the lootables. And with absolutely no fanfare, we just completed everything that there was to do in the ancient forest. And where in the heck am I going? Gangway, man on a mission. Hello, sir. Praise the Lord, it's a miracle. Who'd ever think someone with some real money would ever come here? Okay. You're talking about me? I probably shouldn't even ask, but are you really going to buy it? Yep, 300,000 gil. I bought via Cloud. Goodbye. Goodbye, fluffy bed. Ha ha ha. Oh yes, and I still have twice that amount of money left. Because money now has pretty much no value. There isn't really anything to get. And money is just so easy to come by. This place is now mine! Ah, get out of my house. That, well, I already did. Yeah, yes. All the way back then. Oh, this guy's still here. He's snoring away. His lower back is killing him. I'm the manager. Nice to meet you. Well, if you'll pardon me, I'll be leaving. Good night. And his idea of leaving is leaving the world of the waking. Okay then. Just as long as you don't come in here during my crazy parties, then that's just fine. But in the meanwhile, you never think that in a Final Fantasy game, you would actually have a home that's away from wherever you started the game out. Because typically in these JRPGs, you essentially become a hermit. This is my villa! Rest up in your new villa? With pleasure. And for some reason we get bath sound effects while you sleep. Cloud just completely washed up, ready for the day. That is really boss. I'm not gonna lie, that is really boss. You see this? You see that squirming red thing in the sand? Yeah. That is one of the biggest doggies of Final Fantasy VII. One of the two biggest doggies. The other big doggy we've already seen is Emerald Weapon in the ocean. That guy who we weren't gonna mess with. This guy is Ruby Weapon. The next 2 episodes of this Let's Play are going to be dedicated towards taming those big doggies. But this isn't your grandma's boss fights, whatever that means. No. These guys actually do something. They do so much that I am going to have to dedicate myself to doing an off-screen training montage. How I'm going to do this is I am going to, of all things, go back to the sunken Galnica and do some real power leveling, real training. But that's not the only thing I'm going to do in the sunken Galnica. Because in the sunken Galnica, you have the unknown enemies and a whole gallery of strong enemies that drop an item called the Dazers. Dazers are an item that cast momentary stop on an enemy, and trust me, fighting the weapons is going to require all the free time I can get. Also, I can morph enemies into one of each type of source. I could have sworn there's the save point. The enemies in here can be morphed into sources. In fact, let's demonstrate, shall we? Just pop on in here, get into a fight, and see what comes out of it. So, we have been struck from behind by one of the unknowns, and we're just gonna keep on having Yuffie morph this guy until he actually gets morphed. And with Yuffie's awesome ability to use morphing, this isn't gonna take very long at all. You used your tongue, but you hit with your tail. And he became a power source. These items, which were supposedly really, really rare in the game. So, this is historic. I'm actually going to use a power source now. So, Cloud has a strength of 94, using the power source that I just got from morphing. One source. That raised Cloud's strength by 1. Now he has 95 strength. And that is what I am going to do in addition to leveling up my materia and my characters. So I got sources, I need dazers, I need spider webs, which I can get from the Kimara bugs outside of Gungaga, and lastly, hero drinks. Hero drinks, those are obtained, first off, from treasure chests, if I can find any of them over here. If I didn't, it would have been silly if I sold them. Nope. It raises ability once during battle, and you can stack on hero drinks to get really, really high stats. Once again, to defeat Ruby and Emerald Weapon, I'm going to have to stack my stats viciously in my favor. And hero drinks are obtained from the Chocobo races. We are incapable of getting a Chocobo, but we can bet on Chocobo races, and that will give us hero drinks. Though it may be interesting to see if I could tackle Ruby Weapon without hero drinks, but I'm not going to risk that. So I'm going to be spending the next bunch of time training up, gathering sources, using sources on my characters. I'm still not entirely sure what my character spread is going to be. And once I am done with that intensive training, I'm going to go ahead and tackle either Ruby or Emerald Weapon. So next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, the Command Materia Challenge, I'm gonna throw myself at pretty much death incarnate. Until then, game out. I'm scared.